I'm taking on the impossible task to find a solution to time, because we all need more and I might have found a hack. Ever since I can remember, I've been dreaming of becoming an inventor, to one day come up with that product that just changes my life. The perfect product speaks for itself. The perfect product doesn't need a manual or hours of explanation. The perfect product is the one that you just know you want. In fact, you need it in your life. But there are a couple of problems. I can't sketch at all. I mean, I can do CAD modeling, but I can't sketch. But the biggest problem is time. Or rather, my use of time. I get the same amount of time as everyone else, but no matter how I plan my days, I always feel like I could have done more, that I didn't reach my goal. And the only cure so far has been making lists. But making a list takes time, and then I lose it or it gets cluttered. It just doesn't work. I've tried making digital lists, but the thing is, there's power in crossing over words on a piece of paper. It's cathartic. It lowers the shoulders and you feel in control. I want that feeling. But that's when it hit me. What if in order to become an inventor, I first need to invent something that helps me with my time? And not only that, I can't sketch at all. I need to practice that in order to become an inventor. So for the next 30 days, I'll practice sketching every day and I'll try to solve my time problem. And if I can achieve both those things, I might be closer to achieving my dream of one day becoming an inventor. This part of my life is called ideation. So I struggle with time. Boo-hoo, poor me. Everyone does. At least if you have kids. Every good invention starts with some kind of problem to solve. And what better problem to try and solve but time?
There's an hourglass sitting on my table, I'm watching as everything's changing, my mind goes to a different time. Old love, I remember falling so madly. There must have been magic in the valley and a rhythm in the night. 'Cause I could almost see it. Did you fade right?
Ideas never come when forced, but rather when you least expect them. At least for me. They can come when I'm showering or when I'm making dinner. Whenever, but not when I'm trying to force them. It was the same this time. I had to purify the problem. The problem is that I have too many eggs in my basket, or rather, no control of the eggs. It's like they are floating. I need to label each egg to know exactly what's left to do and what is not. And every good idea is usually pretty simple, so I tried to keep my idea simple. But it basically started with some kind of display showing my daily tasks that I could just cross off easily. So I ordered a small 5-inch display. It was about $50. And then I started working on getting that to show my calendar and a way to cross them off like it was a to-do list. And how did I do that? Well, AI. And if you're anything like me, I get frustrated with AI when it doesn't do what I want it to. It's like it's deliberately trying to annoy me sometimes, like when it tells you to do a thing and that setting isn't there and you tell it the setting isn't there, and instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," it just says, "Yeah, you're right. In this configuration, that setting isn't there. You need to do it like this instead."
But you told me to do that!
But eventually it seemed to work properly, so I started designing a case for it. I was feeling the vibe now. If I could solve the problem of time, I would be halfway there. Whilst the printer was printing my first prototype, I was drawing. Trying to get better at it. Looking at items in the room and trying to draw them in perspective. I'm not sure if this goes for everyone, but some people just seem to have it. They just seem to see things and then draw them. I don't see things in perspective that way. Or I haven't trained my eyes to see it in a way it would make sense to draw it. If you've been wanting to make your own version of something you've seen online, like this display case for instance, the sponsor of this video is PCBWay, and they can not only 3D print in a bunch of different materials, they can also do CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication and injection molding. All you need to do is upload your file, you'll get a quote and you're good to go. When I'm spending time with projects like this, I'm in the zone. I keep perfecting and I run back and forth trying to get it to a point where it feels like this is something I can work with.
Both jumped in, feet first when it was sink or swim, and head above water, all our sons and daughters, standing up against the waves on our own, growing tired, facing all the unknown. We've seen the stars give us a heavenly show, so we go with a fire burning deep in our soul. When we go with a fire burning deep in our soul. With a fire burning deep in our soul. When we go with a fire burning deep in our soul. There's a town that I grew up in, frozen in time, etched in my mind. It hasn't changed a bit. You'll always have my heart, you know. I take you with me every time I go. With a fire burning deep in our soul. When we go with a fire burning deep in our soul. With a fire burning deep in our soul. When we go with a fire burning deep in our soul. You're the fire burning deep in our soul. You're the fire burning deep in our soul.
And eventually, it was there. I placed it on my desk in front of my computer and started adding things that I had to do to my calendar. Then I refreshed the display and started ticking things off the list. And to be honest, it felt quite good. But it wasn't there yet. Okay, it's working, but what I think I'm lacking here is the physical aspect of crossing something off a list. The feeling you get when you cross something off with a pen rather than just pushing a display. I mean, if I want to be really tough on myself, there's really no need for this. This could just be an app on my computer. Like, why do I need this device? What's in it for me? I think I need the physical aspect, something real. Yeah, this isn't it. It had to be something better, so I knew I had to get back to the drawing board and work on a better device, something that would really fix the issue with time. But first, I had some ideas of making the software better, so I started with that. One thing I was missing was a clear visual of the progress, but I also realized I could gamify it a bit more, add a way to make it more interesting. So I created a sidebar with not only a day tracker, but a level tracker. The more days you do in a row, the higher level you will reach. I also made a simpler way to connect to a calendar and a dark mode. Alright, I'm really happy with the look, but now I need to make version 2. And I think I have a plan. I mean, the display part, that's working quite well. It does what it's supposed to. But I don't think the touch screen is enough. And I also think the display is actually too small. I like it, but I don't get that oh yeah feeling, so I need a physical button. So the next step is research. I started researching everything I could. Displays, buttons, how do I switch between tasks, what does all the things do, and this part of my life is called buying. I ordered displays and rotary encoders and an even bigger display, Then I spent some more time looking at the parts I'd ordered and kinda wondered how this could actually help me become the inventor I've always dreamt of. Meanwhile, I was drawing something every day. I even dove into literature about drawing better. I wasn't getting vastly better, but each day I saw some improvements. And to be honest, I liked it. And I think I learned a thing or two by just drawing more, so here are my 3 most valuable findings. Number 1, it's a bit of a patience game, and it's funny that's usually the thing I learn when trying to master a new skill. Like plastering, patience. Chess, patience. Guitar, patience. It's a valuable skill for most things. If I want to draw something that looks good, it needs to take time. The second thing I learned was that getting the main shapes down for an object usually makes it easier. Take this teapot for instance. I drew the base shape first, the bottom and the top, and then I connected them, and already there, it looks so much better than what I did the first day, which actually looked like garbage. The third lesson is that I'm not a natural, but I can still get better. I think I've already gotten a lot better since I started, and I think if I just keep doing one drawing a day, which can be like 10 minutes, that will be enough to improve over time. There's always been something in me that is drawn to the simplistic and pragmatic design. An idea needs to be simple, and this didn't feel simple. After some research though, I started soldering and connecting everything together. This is the part where I feel the least like I know what I'm doing. I've never been any good at soldering, ever. And this is the part where you look at my process and it will itch in you to comment some tips about how to make this better and what I'm doing wrong. And you know what? I really appreciate that. I actually read all the comments, although I can't answer all of them. But eventually, it seemed like the thing stuck together. Somewhat okay at least. Okay, I finally have the hardware doing what I wanted to on this display. Now, all I need to do is get it into a compartment. And although the disc version is actually quite good already, I'm thinking I'll make this into something that you can hang on the wall, because I'm already thinking this would be perfect for the family, like all the calendars could go in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, next step. As I started designing the casing, I thought more about the development, and I couldn't let go of the idea of having this as a family display with all the chores that we do every day. And the best part? They would be gamified. Doing the dishes could be part of the competition. Perhaps even a prize if someone reaches so many days completed in a row. I also knew this would have to look good, because if I'm to pitch this display going into our home, it needs to look good. I need a really good elevator pitch in order to persuade my wife that this will improve our life and that it will improve all our tasks at home. I started 3D printing my design, and that's when I stumbled upon another stupid obstacle in my dream of becoming an inventor. It's my attention span. I can get new ideas whilst making the first idea, and I pause and go do something else, because the fresh idea always seems better than the current one. It actually happened during this project as well. I thought I had a brilliant idea using my laser from Aeon. This is an 80-watt CO2 laser that can both cut and engrave, and I've always liked tech where you can see what's going on the inside, transparent. And since the back panel will only be visible when you actually take it down, this might seem unnecessary. But like I said, I had the idea and I wanted to follow through. And since a CO2 laser can cut acrylic like butter, I decided to spend time on that. Look at that. Time that I didn't really have. All the gears and machines I've used are linked down in the description. So if you're interested in a machine like this, check the description down below. So why did I want the transparency on the back? As you'll see, I'm not a professional. My soldering is bad, I'm attaching the components with super glue, but I want to be able to see that hack job. Because as long as it works, it's good enough for me. And as for the programming, I have done some programming in my days, but I'm nowhere close to be able to pull this off, to be honest. Not without help. And I remember the days where I sent questions online to Stack Overflow to figure out the solution to a programming task, and then waiting for the solution and eventually getting there. It was problem solving at its finest, and now I can use AI, and to be honest, I get the same feeling, because it's still a process where problem solving is part of it. It's just easier. I don't have to wait for the answer from anyone. And that's the beauty of this project, that it's a testament to the current times, because what used to only be available to people with a lot of money is now available to everyone. I could make this device not because I had a bunch of investors backing me and a ton of knowledge, but because the times we're living in. And that's where I think the world is moving. Everyone with creativity can make their own ideas come true. The sketching actually helped me out a lot, because I can do a lot more sketching in a short amount of time than I can do CAD modeling. Sketching gives me an idea on what to start CAD modeling before I start, and design is hard. And if you want to make your own task calendar, all the files, including the code and instructions, are available on my website. Eventually, I had something that would let me make better use of my time, and I'd gotten further on my journey of becoming a better sketcher. And all of a sudden, it dawned on me. On my quest of trying to solve the issues preventing me to become an inventor, maybe I already became one. Maybe this was my simple product.